What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the pod. So, I'm so sad that November is ending, and this is our last episode of November. So, it's the last that, well, we all know it's not the last that it's going to be all about me, but just like Dallas centric stuff. Obviously, I said we'll revisit the Universal stories. We'll get there. Y'all gotta chill. You're gonna get it little pieces at a time because she's got a lot to say. But this week, we're really just gonna go into what is the full essence of me, girl. What is the first thing that people notice about me when they meet me? Is I am one confident fat bitch. Okay? And honestly, fat is the key word here. It's going to be about size confidence because we all struggle with something. Everybody's got something about themselves that they hate. And I have obviously struggled with my weight and my size my entire life. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. But it's not something that I necessarily like fully grappled with. It was always an awareness of like, I know that I'm bigger than everybody around me. I know that I'm not gonna fit into some of these clothes and some of these styles that I really want to be a part of. Like, do you know how bad I wish I could look like a fine ass bitch in some low rise jeans? But absolutely not, girl. Exhibit A. She has got the highest of waisted jeans that there is possibly. Plus a belt, because you know that they don't be making any kind of size right. So her waist is extra cinched in, because it's gotta be. But, you know, that's not a bad thing. And we can enter into this with getting rid of all of the toxic language that there is around being plus size and being fat. Everybody likes to like autocorrect it and be like, oh no, girl, you're thick. You're just plus size. Oh, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't know why fat is bad. I would love for somebody to sit back and explain that one to me. Because especially when you bring up weight with people, everybody always gets super uncomfortable. Like it's some kind of crazy taboo thing. Like, we can't talk about your weight. Oh no. And I don't really get that. It kind of goes with everything else that I just kind of say and speak on because it's just a part of my life and it's a part of my daily struggles. And, you know, I huff and puff when I get into certain outfits. And I don't think it should be something that's looked at negatively. Some people just are fat, girl. Like, I actually don't think that I would like look good skinny. Like, I have really wide shoulders. I've got really wide hips and a fat old ass. Like, if I had little twig legs and I was all sucked up, dude, that shit would look crazy. You want it to be proportionate to your natural size. And I think getting into all of the ugliness of people thinking that being fat is a bad thing is why so many people are so afraid to dress their body the way that they want to. Because I really could even get away with the low rise jeans. It's just I have to pair it with the right pieces. And styling is not something that people just pick up on. I talked about it in another episode about how I could put together an outfit, the house down boots girl, because that's what I'm really taking into consideration is your body shape. Which pieces naturally stick out? Because guess what, gal? We ain't hiding them. They ain't going anywhere. They're just gonna be there. But how do you make it look right? Now, we'll kind of get back to that, but we're going to take it all the way back to little preteen chunky Dallas. Now, I would also just like to say that I wish I was fat now, like I thought I was fat back in the day. because, bitch, we wasn't fat. I don't know what the hell was going on. Everybody else was just stick thin, but that's always the norm. So, like I said, I kind of always knew that I was bigger than everybody else. I was always bigger than my friends. Like when I would go to a sleepover, I would pack so much shit to take with me and have overnight, just in case. Like, what if I spilled something? You know, what if my shirt ripped? What if I pissed my pants? Like, no matter what the situation, I had to absolutely be 100% prepared because my friends wouldn't be able to just like get me something. I couldn't just borrow a pair of sweatpants. Like, that was not happening. Any of my friends that have gone on vacation with me have absolutely seen it. It actually really honestly doesn't even have to be vacation. Just like a weekend trip, a night trip, once again, goes all the way back to sleepovers at my friend's house. Even just one night at a time, I bring so much shit with me. It is unreal because I just feel like I need to be prepared. I also am one of those people who like perpetually does not know what they're going to wear. Obviously, it gets together, we get to a finale piece, but it really always starts with one thing, and I just have to build from there. And I think that came with it's really hard to find plus size clothing that's cute and is not just like this is frumpy for the fat people. We all know what I'm talking about, especially the other plus size girlies out there. They make the fat people shit so frumpy. And I don't get it. What are we doing here? Fat people gotta be frumpy? Look, there's skinny people and fat people out there that want to be frumpy, and y'all are allowed. But that shouldn't be the only option. That even extends into buying stuff like bras and underwear. I don't just want beige hoe. Obviously, you know, we need a nude for certain outfits, whatever. Essentials. That's not what we're talking about here. Like this bodysuit? Come on, pink cheetah print. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. I have a loud ass personality. I want all of the things that everybody else has access to. Why are we not making things extended past an extra large? Like, it's literally fucking insane. I know that skinny is gonna kind of always be the norm. Big girls were having a moment, and then we got kind of sucked back into the like skinny gaunt phase. I don't really know what's happening right now. But we ain't here for that. We ain't doing it, ho. We never gonna be skinty around here. I also am really, really sick of the like Ozempic push. Even when I just be like reading stuff on my little fucking Snapchat things that I'm subscribed to, like every third ad is for Ozempic or some kind of GLP-1 or lose weight this way, try it this way, do this, and you'll meet your goal. Like, bitch, how about the goal is just to be comfortable in our own fucking skin first? Before we go deciding and pointing fingers and saying this is what you need to be. It goes back to like my favorite and one of like the most classic timeless like RuPaul quotes of all time is you can't love yourself. How in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Because when it really comes back to it, you cannot give something that you don't have. You've got to love yourself. You've got to have the confidence. You've got to have that belief that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to, whatever you want to. Like, how much do you believe in your best friend? How much do you believe in your sister, in your brother, in your parents? All of that energy that you are giving to other people needs to be in here, ho. We really have to start focusing on ourselves first. And I know that's also another thing that society teaches us is bad, is to be inherently selfish. But again, unless you are taking care of you, you know what's going on up here. How you gonna give any of your friends advice? You better sit back and say, I don't know, bitch. You got me, gal. Because you ain't qualified to be telling anybody anything when you don't even believe that you can do it. That's crazy. Now, I'm not saying that this is a 100% all of the time thing. It's very clearly not, because everybody has bad days. I don't feel 100% all of the time, but it is that 100% effort all of the time towards reminding yourself that you are that bitch. We're gonna add a thing in at the beginning of the episode also that's like trigger warning, because I talk about eating disorders and, you know, the mentality and mindsets of things, and I definitely don't want people to come into this blind, because I know that not everybody can just talk about things as comfortably as I can, but food is really the biggest part of all of this. Like, everybody is made to feel so much shame about the choices that they're making when it comes to food. Now, I'm not saying eat fast food for every meal for every day of the week, girl. We really shouldn't be doing that. Ultimately, you have one body, you've got one life. You want to make it to like 65, you're going to have to put in some work and do some things that maybe you don't want to do all the time. But that really does not mean that you can't eat the pasta, and you can't eat the potatoes, and you can't have bread, because I swear to God, I have tried like every fucking diet, every like fix that's like, oh, it's gonna get you on track, it's gonna switch up your mindset, you're gonna feel so much better, so much quicker. And none of that shit worked. You know what actually worked for me? Was making healthier choices with foods that I actually enjoyed. So, like, obviously, I know not everybody's cup of tea, but like, I fucking love cottage cheese. And you can mix so many things in with cottage cheese. So I would do different fruits, and we add some granola, and, you know, you switch it up and you make it different, because I also have ADHD, so like I'm a hyperfixation person, and I can eat the same food for a long time, but then all of a sudden it's fucking foul. So what other healthy type foods can you see yourself eating multiple times in multiple different ways, but you're still getting what you need? I talk so much about mindset and perspective, and that's what you guys gotta remember, is make it possible for you. It does not have to be 0 to 100. You do not have to be all in or all out 100% of the time. You could go hard for like 3 days and be like, wow, that was nice, and then go back to the regular. As long as you don't full send backslide and then eat for 4 days like absolute garbage, and then drink and have all of the sugar. One, you're going to feel like shit. And two, it ain't doing nothing for you. So you got to make smart decisions for yourself. But the goal is not to lose weight. Like, that is not the whole thing here. It's just about feeling good. You just want to feel good. I love to eat. I want to feel good when I eat. I love putting food in my mouth. I want it to taste good. So I'm not going to be sitting over here eating kale, bitch. We're not doing spirulina smoothies. I don't give a fuck how good it is for me. We ain't doing it. But I could hard boil some eggs and make an egg salad sandwich. I don't have to put mayonnaise in it, girl. You know? Just do what makes sense for you. Don't let other people make you feel bad about your choices. And this is how we come back to the confidence, is if you feel 100% in your choices and your decisions, other people cannot shake you. You'll hear it and be like, okay, I understand why you would say that, but I'm cool. That does not apply to me. And that's okay. The confidence comes from inside and from you believing in whatever it is you're doing. I do find that certain clothes obviously help make you feel even better, right? So, for example, she's going to do a little shout out. I already talked about the bodysuit, right? It's from Lizzo's clothing line, Yitty. Now, When Yitty first dropped, it was all about bold, plus size women. So we got crazy patterns and cute bodysuits and the stuff that we really needed to snatch us in. I have an unreal amount of Yitty bodysuits. I got their bras. I got their underwear. I have jackets. I've got sweatshirts. I've got t-shirts. I've got leggings. Like literally whatever article of clothing, probably besides socks. I don't have Yitty socks. And they did have slides for like a short period of time, and I was so pissed because they sold out of my sizes so fast. I would have had like a full Yitty fit. But like, I'm not kidding you. When plus size people are making clothing for plus size people, the results are extraordinary. I have never put on a Yitty piece and not felt like the baddest bitch in the room. Okay. The bodysuits are designed to snatch you in. Now, are we listening, ladies? Are we listening, everybody? You cannot expect to put on shapewear as a plus size person and not be a little uncomfortable. Sorry, pals. I really hate to be the one to break the news to you. I know it's devastating and is so hard to hear, but the materials that we need to make these outfits and the structures that like do the sucking in. Guess what, pal? Just like everything else, they weren't actually made for our bodies. And there are no natural fabrics and materials that give you enough structure to give you the shape that you want and also be 100% comfortable. Now, either we make the sacrifice for the comfortability and we wear the snatching outfit and we say, well, not the most comfortable outfit, but I look fierce. The confidence is there. We achieved what we wanted to achieve. Or you just say, you know what? I'm not willing to do it, and that sucks. I would love to look like that, but I'm not going to be uncomfortable. Because, girl, guess what we're not doing is putting on the shapewear and complaining about it all day. We know it's uncomfortable. It's not made to be comfortable. Unfortunately, some of us just don't have this shape. It's not our body shape. We want to look like that. We want to look like a model. We want to look curved, and we do. But that's not what we have to work with. So let's be realistic. And rolling it back, we got to fit to our bodies, you guys. That's really the most important thing. So find the silhouettes that you want to recreate and buy them in your actual size. We don't got to size down. We don't got to squeeze into something and just like hope it works out for the best. Just, you know, I don't like that my labels say a 3X or a 4XL either. That's not my favorite thing in the world. Numbers used to fuck me up for a really long time. I also still cannot like actively get on a scale and weigh myself because I'll fixate on that and it's a problem. But just buy the bigger size. It's going to be more comfortable. It's going to be more flattering to your body. Don't we realize that when people are wearing things that don't actually fit them properly is when they look the worst? And then you add in the confidence. Girl, you're wearing an outfit that fits your body and no one in the room can tell you a thing. You've won, diva. You did it. Being a plus size diva is hard. Having a weird, awkwardly shaped body is hard. But we gotta be real with ourselves, y'all. You gotta clock in with yourself and say, hey, what can I achieve in reality? And I promise there's always going to be something that makes you look fierce, that you feel fierce in, and that other people are going to notice. Because guess what? It's what comes out from inside. The confidence, y'all. When you bring it back, it all comes from in you. And I know that a lot of this can also translate into like any kind of relationships, whether it be platonic or romantic or whatever, like I absolutely can remember too many times, and I could tell you guys way too many stories about how many times me and a friend liked the same guy. And unfortunately for me, my friend was skinnier. I'm not going to say prettier because we shouldn't be comparing, but it was a thinner friend. And they would date this person, and then it would be like a stupid little bullshit ass, high school type of relationship. It wouldn't last very long. And these people would literally come to me and be like, I really wish I would have got to know you guys better first, because I for sure would have rather dated you, but I know that like I ruined my chances because I dated your friend. And I'm like, first of all, I am not anybody's second choice. So all of everything you said is bullshit. Number two, you're correct. You were gross with my friend, and that's why you guys aren't dating, and shit is weird. So I'm actually kind of glad I dodged that bullet. RIP for her, though. And number three, I don't know why anybody would ever circle back to make that point. I wish I would have got to know you and wasn't a superficial asshole first. Damn, bitch. I really wonder how many girls actually fell for that, because RIP for them, y'all. Once again, I have no idea where the confidence has come from my entire life, because as all of these examples have shown you, people have tried to shake me to my core from the beginning. Like, I have been called every name in the book. People have very creatively told me I looked fat and lumpy and ugly in so many different outfits and clothes and things. But, like, I never let it get to me, because I always had a ridiculous amount of self-worth and confidence in the fact that I am a human being who deserves just as much love and compassion as the next person. And what I look like and my size does not define that. Nobody's does. Every person is worth some kind of love and compassion. Well, most people. Obviously, there's exceptions. We don't need to generalize, all right? But it has nothing to do with what they look like. It has everything to do with what they act like. And I think I'm having this moment literally right now. The very first season of RuPaul's Drag Race started when I was 11. I think I didn't watch until maybe the second or third season came out, because it was like maybe when I was 12 or 13. But I have always had such strong examples of confidence and compassion shown to me through RuPaul's Drag Race. And I think that's a lot of the reason why I carry it with me so hard through so many things, is because watching these people on TV and watching how many things that they have had to struggle through, not that we don't all have problems and blah, 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 but we're not doing competitive victimization. The queer community has it so hard, has always had it hard, and they continue to have it hard. And not that I've ever had a reason to like come out to anybody, but for anybody who doesn't know, I'm pansexual. So I also have had a lot of these different experiences, but I was never explicitly discriminated against for that, because I'm like a straight passing female. I just look like another bitch walking down the street, you know? Like, I don't have any kind of necessarily stereotypical queer look to me. Arguable. But I have always been a number one drag fan and supporter, because they carry with them every ounce of power that we all really carry inside of us at all times. You can be strong, you can speak up for yourself, and you can also be silly as fuck and so unserious about so many different fucking things and still know exactly who you are and what you're doing. Like, I sit and watch these queens talk to each other and get told so many validating things. And that's a lot of what carries me through, is I just put myself in that position of, how would I feel if I was receiving that affirmation? Because you can tell yourself whatever affirmations you want to fill yourself up inside. That's honestly something I recommend to everybody. If you're not an affirmations type of bitch, become one. Okay, girl? Reading mantras in the mirror at yourself feels so fucking stupid at first, but then you really, really do start to actually believe those things, because your number one enemy is you. You talk so much shit to yourself inside of your head. Now, sit in that mirror and look yourself in the eye and say the things that you've always wanted to hear. It's a really fucking validating experience, and it makes you feel a lot better about the person that you are, because you're getting that love from you. So, I know that there are not many times that I'm ever going to be that person that's like, hey, here's some advice. But just be fucking confident, you guys. Rock whatever the fuck you've got. If that's like some weird, crazy, like cowlick haircut that you cannot escape, make it something. If you have weird, funky taste in outfits, make that something. You are in charge of you. And the only person who's stopping you, guess what, girl? It's you again. So figure it out. Take some time. Sit with yourself. Become comfortable being an independent person. And so many other things are going to come your way. I promise. I really cannot promise enough. It's going to come. But you got to start with you first. Happy November, you guys. This has been a great month. I've really loved every single one of these episodes that we have done so far, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what I have in store for you in December. We're going to get some extra content in there. We're going to get some really fun TikToks. Hopefully get some cute little Christmas experience videos and come with me's and things. Like, I really want you guys to like feel a part of the squad. I want you to feel like we're kicking it. So keep looking at the channels. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, wherever the fuck you're watching this. Go follow everywhere. Go watch everywhere. She's a blast. She's a hoot. I love you guys. We're great. You're great. Keep kicking till the next one. Peace the fuck out, nerds.